Today's stars, tomorrow's leaders.
Welcome to Campus Sport, with the attention focused on the upcoming Winter University Games for talent like Julia Dujmovits. The figure skater Peter Liebers, recovering from injury, is also aiming at the Universiade. Plus, a profile of the great speed skater Jan Szymanski. And we'll take a look at speed skating in Almaty in Kazakhstan, which will host the Winter University Games in 2017. The 27th Winter Universiade will start on the 23rd of January in Slovakia, with the ski jumping and Nordic competitions at Strebske Pleso and biathlon at Osrebli. The primary host city of the Universiade will be Granada in Spain, but Granada doesn't have suitable conditions for all the events, so 10 months ago, Slovakia jumped in to fill the gap.
We had already Universiade twice, and now it was a long time ago. Now we want to show that we can do it again, and we can show actually people here in Slovakia. Then we can do nice event for young athletes.
It's the 4th worldwide sports event organized in Slovakia, and the necessary facilities for the Universiade are all in place, but they have been refurbished.
Really looking forward to welcoming the athletes from all over the world, and I think the biggest benefit for the visitors will be the welcome and the hospitality of Slovak people.
330 athletes from 31 nations will arrive in Slovakia to give it their best shot. The snowboarder Julia Dujmovits comes from the Austrian lowlands, and yet she's learned how to tame the mountains, becoming Olympic and Universiade champion last year. Right now, the MBA student in coaching and training is preparing to defend her Universiade title. Her destination? Granada, the stage for the alpine competitions that'll take place in February. There's no special preparations for the Universiade because the event is in the middle of the World Cup season. So, I'm really ready and prepared as I am for the World Championships or a complete World Cup season. Julia won last year at the Trentino Universiade, but it wasn't easy in the parallel giant slalom. The competitors had to face bad weather conditions, but it was important for her to win and give her a boost for the Olympic competition 2 months later. I think it was the will to win 100%. Of course, that's always the case at every race, but I was angry that I had to drop out at the last Winter University Games after the first round, so I thought, okay, I'm only going to go to win this time. If I can't win, I might as well stay at home. And you know, I think that was the key to my success. Born and raised in Zolz, in the lowland region of Burgenland, no one would have thought that a hometown situated just 220 meters above sea level would produce a champion like her. She was just 5 years old when the story began. It started with a snowboard holiday with my brothers, who were both snowboarders. And once I was stuck for a whole hour in the snow. But you know, that was a lot of fun for me, in fact. And so my passion for snowboarding started right there. And after that, I didn't want to do anything else except this. November the 11th, 2000. Julia was 13, training with her regional group at Kaprun. She was about to take the funicular railway, but her brother decided on the gondola, a decision which saved her life. 155 people died in the fire on the funicular, including all her friends. Everything changes in life when something like that happens. Of course, you're trying to understand what happened. First of all, I didn't want to snowboard anymore because I had too many memories linked to it. But finally, it was this sport that helped me to overcome everything and to see the fun in snowboarding once again.
Ja, irgendwie rauszukommen und einfach den Spaß zu sehen beim Snowboarden.
But overcoming the shock, the anger, the pain was far from easy.
Klar, das war halt dann sehr schwierig, weil das ganze Team.
It was very difficult because the team had disappeared. But I never lost the dream of becoming a top-level athlete, and then that dream became real goals.
Aus dem Traum sind dann wirklich reale Ziele waren.
2 years later, Julia became a professional snowboarder. 2003 saw her first World Cup experiences, but serious injury sidelined her from much of the action. It was the first in a long line of setbacks.
Die Zeit vor Vancouver.
The time before Vancouver really wasn't easy because I was injured nearly the whole time. But during that period, I learned a lot about myself, and I worked on myself constantly, and especially in the physical preparation part, I made some changes. Her injuries forced her to miss the 2010 Olympics, but Dujmovits transformed her painful experiences into positive energy. And since then, her personal coach, Peter Eichberger, has improved her physical preparation. What's so special about her is her professionalism, the will to train, to execute, to plan, and to work hard in training. That's her main characteristic.
Planung, Anwesenheit, das zeichnet sie aus.
She has a motto nowadays: if it doesn't challenge you, it doesn't change you. Maui is a favorite spot for her to train for 2 months every summer. Hawaii is a special place for me because there's so much energy there. And every time I'm there, I get so much power back from it. And how it's worked for her. Silver at the 2013 World Championships at Stoneham in Canada. Success on the World Cup trail, and then the Winter Universiade in Trentino, and 2 months later, on to Sochi and Olympic gold in the parallel slalom. I was really focused on myself. I'd written on my glove, focus and line. Those 2 words that I think I've repeated to myself thousands of times. And so, after so many tough times to deal with, last season was sensational for her, and she hopes that she can carry that magic into the Universiade in Granada. I know it's not going to be easy to win, but I have to go there with my attitude, with my goal, to win it.
Mit der Einstellung werde ich hinfahren.
You're watching Campus Sport, and coming next, we're on the ice with the figure skater Peter Liebers and the speed skater Jan Zimanski. Plus, we'll put the spotlight on Almaty in Kazakhstan.
When education meets sport and culture. What best promotes excellence in mind and body? Where do friendship, integrity, and achievement meet? Which event gathers the best student athletes from around the world? The Universiade, the home of international university sports. Today's stars, tomorrow's leaders.
The Winter University Games are fast approaching, and the German figure skater Peter Liebers is training hard. He was 8th at the last Olympic Games, so he's a top-level athlete, but he's also a student of biotechnology at the Beuth University in Berlin. Peter's always been aware that he has to think about another life when his sporting days are over. You know, in Germany, I have to say, you can't earn your living from figure skating. So you have to focus at an early stage on your prospects after your sports career. So obviously, my studies are very important. Biology was his passion at high school, and since 2010, Peter's been attending university 4 days a week for 2 hours of lectures each day. He trains twice a day as well, before and after university, a full day overall for this highly motivated student. I really want to try to use what I've learned during my studies, especially in the biotechnological domain, to work in a sports discipline. You know, you can do a lot in the area of injury rehabilitation, where you try to improve the healing process with biotechnological procedures. And what I want to do is to go in that direction. So his plan is to do work in stem cell technology, to use the athlete's own cells in case of a serious injury. And Peter Liebers has had a lot of injuries in his career, so he has plenty of motivation. Of course, you need a surgeon for this kind of operation, but the procedures you need to use these cells so that you can complete the operation, well, that's a biotechnological question. And of course, there's always the question, it's an ethical one, of how compatible is it with anti-doping? That's a very touchy subject. For me, it would be an interesting project, no question of that, to find the tools, the legal tools, to help athletes after injuries, to enable them to refocus on their sport more quickly and get back into their sport. For the German skater, it's not easy to combine studies and sport, especially leading up to important competitions. But Beuth University supports top-level athletes like Peter Liebers. Last year, I received a prize as an athlete from Beuth University for my sport, and it certainly helped me financially to combine both sport and study. Peter studies everywhere he can during his trips abroad, during competitions, and the university has helped him by setting up a special service for him. The university helped me with the online learning system where I can find the lectures that I have to study. Discipline is something that athletes have to be structured, even when you don't feel like you have the capacity to fight through the challenges. Peter's father is a skater, and Peter himself took to the ice at the age of 6. But his career has been marked by several serious injuries. Altogether, he's lost 4 years through physical setbacks. I'm not the only skater who's had to face serious injuries. There are plenty of other skaters who faced it too. Such is life. Life is like that, and I simply have to do my best. A broken ankle, fibula, sacrum, and every time, Peter simply rebooted himself. From the beginning, it was very clear to me that I would continue. I think subconsciously, I have never permitted myself to have doubts. Doubts that I'd feel like quitting my career simply because I was injured. Peter was once again unlucky. Only last September, he fell on the ice during a pirouette and broke his left shoulder. It required an operation and rest for 2 months. The preparations for the upcoming Universiade and the European Championships are seriously behind schedule. So how is the shoulder now? Yeah, it's quite good. I'm not 100% fit. The shoulder needs a long time to heal. The mobility in the joint was reduced. It needs more time. I have a lack of power, and I need more mobility in that shoulder joint to be 100% once again. But I am on the way. And for the European Championships and the Winter Universiade, I think I'm going to be ready.
Richtung Europameisterschaften, Universiade werde ich, denke ich, wieder 100% fit sein.
Peter Liebers had a great year in 2014. 6th at the European Championships in Budapest and 8th at the Olympic Games in Sochi. Rewards for all the effort that he'd put into the sport. Not to give up. That became our motto. Because in the end, you have to stand up again when you fall. That's something I've been able to do very well every time, in fact. Peter found the key to his success 4 years ago. After missing the Vancouver Olympics, Peter changed things, and step by step, he's built up a team who help him to come back stronger after those injuries.
After
all those successes that you've had after your ups, like the Olympic Games, to be able to perform again at the best level, well, that's a success that you learn to appreciate, to enjoy. Now, to help him enjoy and perform at his best, a psychology coach, better physical preparation, a choreography lesson or two in Toronto, combined with training sessions under his coach, Viola Striegler, in Berlin. Technically, I was always good. That's been my strength. But I had a weakness in the artistic realm for a long time. There, though, I've now closed the gap in the last 3 or 4 years, I guess, and I've learned a lot. Peter is now able to show more emotion on the ice. And at the Winter Universiade in February, he'll perform the same routines he used during the Sochi Olympic Games. And despite those injury setbacks, he's confident of a place on the podium. I was at the Olympic Games, and the Universiades are the Olympics for students, so of course, I want to be one of the best there. I'm really looking forward to it. The ice rink at Almaty in Kazakhstan, the venue for the final World University Championships of 2014. Among the competitors, a defending champion, Jan Szymanski.
My university helped me a lot because I'm studying Academy of Physical Education in Poznan. I want to be a coach after when I finish speed skating.
Szymanski, from Poland, 25 years of age, a winner of 2 gold medals and 1 silver at the Winter Universiade, and at the Olympic Games in 2014, bronze, plus 2 gold medals in the World Cup at 2014. Quite an athlete.
I started speed skating when I was quite old because before I go on ice, I was inline skater, and when I finished my inline career, when I was a junior on an inline, I decided to go to Zakopane, to sports school for speed skating, and I was only 2 years of junior on the ice, and after junior I go to national team.
2 years ago, Jan did really well at the Universiade in Trentino, with a silver medal in the 1,000 meters and 2 gold medals in the 1,500 and the 5,000. And since then, he's gone from strength to strength.
I'm very glad. I never imagined I get such a strong season now, because I won 2 World Cups in a row. I won in Berlin, and also I won in Heerenveen on the World Cup. So at the beginning season, I thinking about being in top 10 on the starts, because I train a lot in the summer, and I make a lot of good work with my team. I got easy preparing because we won a bronze medal in Sochi in last season. I hope in next part of the season my start will be much more faster, and now I'm leader of World Cup on the 1500, and I hope it will be for all the season. I like long distance, but I know I need to prepare for that. And at the beginning of my career, the best time I make it was on a 5K, but I improved my technique, and my speed is quite good now.
Like all skaters, Jan can't win without the best equipment. To be sharp in competition, sharp blades are essential. The blades are constructed of carbon fiber and made to fit for each athlete. Synthetic stones of varying hardness are used to achieve the perfect finish.
Now I look off. There's burr. Special stones for polishing. Now you can listen, there is no noise now because it's the smooth stones. And now you can see there is a mirror here. You can see your faces. It's my favorite sharpening stone. I like because he take a burn very fast. And now you can see the blades are very, very sharp. Maybe my rivals watch this video and this interview with me, and they will sharp same metal like me. Now I will have much more opponents.
Still to come on Campus Sport, Jan Szymanski sees just what his rivals can do. And word about Almaty's preparations for the Winter Universiade of 2017.
When education meets sport and culture. What best promotes excellence in mind and body? Where do friendship, integrity, and achievement meet? Which event gathers the best student athletes from around the world? The Universiade, the home of international university sports. Today's stars, tomorrow's leaders.
Almaty will be the host city of the 2017 Universiade. And for the organizing committee in Kazakhstan, the Speed Skating World Championships are a good test event to make sure everything is working well.
It's a very good experience for Almaty people, for organizing committee to host these championships. It's the second edition, and we see growing interest from all countries participating here in this event.
The first day of competition, and Jan Szymanski is all set for the 1500 meters.
Generally, 1500 is a medium distance that is very important because the skater must calibrate the groove and must think exactly what to do the first lap and the last lap.
Szymanski wins with a new record time.
I'm very happy because I win today. I win 2 years ago on the first academic World Championships in Zakopane, and at the beginning of this season I decided I want to come here because it's a legendary ice ring, and I want to compete here on a high altitude. Now I get a track record on a 1500. For sure, I will fight tomorrow to get a track record on 1000 and a 5K.
Day 2, and 45 by his track record, Jan launches himself into the 1000 meters, trying to improve on the silver medal he won at Trentino. But he makes a mistake. Szymanski falls, of course, it happens sometimes, it comes with the sport. He's slightly hurt, but more than slightly disappointed.
I make a mistake in the beginning of the corner. I get crushed, and I think I will start 5K, so it will be good.
Back in the locker room, he shrugs off the race and downplays the pain from the fall that has allowed the Italian Mirko Nenzi to take the victory in the 1000 meters.
I was lucky because Jan Szymanski was felt, so for sure he won the race, but this is the race, so sometimes happen to me, sometimes to the other guys. So.
And more disappointment for Jan in the 5,000.
It was quite tough because after a crash on 1,000, I have a little bit problem with my back. I don't feel quite well, but I skate in last bar and I can control all distance, and I know what I need to do, and I make it the fastest time I can do today.
So for Jan Szymanski, the championships are over. But for some of his compatriots, well, they're still racing.
3,000 and 5,000 and long distance, you must calibrate lap by lap.
Alexandra Goss wins the 5,000 meters.
It was really hard because of little wind and it's really cold, but I really like the ice, so I'm really happy about my results. I really like the rink. It's really beautiful, and I hope I will come here again.
Then it's the men's 500.
500 is the shortest distance that we have in speed skating. The athletes must give all in 36-35 seconds.
And this race sees another victory for Mirko Nenzi of Italy. The women's mass start, the only race where the skaters all start together, an event where experience is important.
I could sense that the other girls had a bit of less experience with each other together in the same track, and so they were a bit scared. It was much better than yesterday, so this is more my cup of tea, and it was great.
Jessica will finish 5th. The race is won by a Russian athlete, Olesia Chernega. I didn't expect to have a place on the podium, but I still prepared myself mentally. My favorite distances really didn't work out too well, but I wanted to take my revenge in the mass start. I came here 10 days early. The track is located at high altitude, you know, and I wanted to have time for acclimatization. So a Russian victory for the women in the mass start, and so too for the men, Alexander Razorinov. And so the Speed Skating Championships come to a close, the final University Championships in a very good year.
Over these last 10 months, we organized 28 World University Championships. Effectively, that is 144 competition days, which allowed us to reach a new record in terms of participation. So this year we had 6,450 athletes and officials that came in from all over the world, from 92 countries. So in terms of participation, we're very happy. In terms of the results of the events, we're very happy. And of course, a huge congratulations and a very big thank you from our side to the organizers themselves, because without them, we would not be able to reach this new record for us.
The next FISU World University Speed Skating Championships will take place in Italy, at Baselga di Pine. With 1.9 million inhabitants, Almaty is the largest city in Kazakhstan. Situated at the foot of the Tian Shan Mountains, the name Almaty is derived from the Kazakh word for apple. And in 2017, athletes will come from all around the world to take a bite of that apple in the Winter Universiade.
It is absolutely developed city, the most of the developed cities of Kazakhstan, according to the several facts. First of all, that is the city with the majority of the teens. In Almaty, actually, we have about 38% of the people under the 20-year-old age. So it is a student city. And also it is a city which has the highest rate of the mass sport in general.
Alpine and Nordic skiing, skating sports, biathlon and snowboarding will all be represented in 2017.
Almaty is a city with a huge, even the sport history. But anyway, according to the new standards and according to the standards of a new level from the FISU, it was recommended to us to build several venues. We built 2 ice arenas, one for 3,000 seats and another is for 12,000 seats. And also we built the Athletes Village for 5,500 athletes. We plan to finish it till the middle of the 2016. Almaty is absolutely ready for the present time, for the present period, to host such kind of the projects.
While Almaty looks ahead to 2017, Slovakia and Grenada are all set for this year's Winter Universiade, the second biggest sports event in the world. The story of that next time on Campus Sport.
When education meets sport and culture. What best promotes excellence in mind and body? Where do friendship, integrity, and achievement meet? Which event gathers the best student athletes from around the world? The Universiade, the home of international university sports. Today's stars, tomorrow's leaders.